The proposed extension to the Public Service Agreement reiterates the government's commitment that there will be no further pay cuts or compulsory redundancies for the lifetime of the agreement. It does, however, propose pay cuts and allow for exit mechanisms in certain circumstances. Teachers' supervision and substitution allowances are to be eliminated, as are twilight payments for shift workers. Sunday pay is to be reduced from double time to time plus 3/4, and overtime rates are to be reduced to time plus a quarter, with a slightly smaller adjustment for those on salaries under €35,000 per year. Standard working hours of 37 and 39 per week are to be introduced across the entire public service. Those who currently work 39 hours will have to work 40 hours per week before they are eligible for overtime. Teachers, although they will lose their substitution and supervision allowances, will be required to do more of it and work an additional 2.5 hours per week, and lecturers in third-level colleges will have to do an additional 78 hours per annum and lose their examination correction fees. The proposals will lead to pay cuts for those whose maximum pay exceeds €65,000 per year. Tiered cuts above 80,000 will see 8%, 9% and 10% applied to the highest salaries, meaning cuts of between 6% and 7% to such salaries. Salaries below €100,000 are to be frozen at the lower level for at least 3 years, and those above €100,000 are permanently cut, as are premiums and allowances. Annual increments will be frozen for those on salaries over €65,000 per year, and for those under €65,000 they will be paused by 3 and 6 months, and the incremental date will change. Management sought and have got an agreement that redeployment will be more flexible, efficient, effective and faster within and across sectors. A refusal to accept redeployment across sectors could lead to disciplinary action and ultimately your exit from the service. The 45-kilometre limit in the original agreement is now a guideline. Work sharing in the future will require a minimum of 50% of hours attendance. Applications will have to be made on an annual basis and they can be refused or be withdrawn. The flexi-time scheme will be curtailed by the extension in the working week, and carryover periods are reduced to 1 day per flexi period. Overall, both schemes can be withdrawn at management discretion. Individual performance management will be introduced in all areas of the public services and will be linked to the disciplinary policy. All services are required to restructure their grades in 2014 and reduce the number of management positions. There is to be a further review and elimination of allowances immediately following the acceptance of these proposals, and travel and substance rates are to be reviewed. The proposals provide for a cut in the public service pensions, and although only proposed for pensions above €32,000 a year, does concede the principle that pensions can be cut. Agreements already reached within individual departments but held up by the Department of Finance are now to be held as hostages. Thus, agreements on the senior staff nurse, long-term actors, the two-tiered workforce, the use of contractors and outsourcing are all subject to acceptance of the LRC proposals. Speakers at tonight's meeting will elaborate on how these proposals affect you.